Hello, my name is Don and welcome to Addon School. You all asked for it, so I'm going to do my best to explain all the knowledge I've picked up over the past year. This tutorial series will showcase every field of Minecraft development, including entity behavior, custom armor, weapons, items, tools, and blocks. 3D modeling, textures and shaders, animations and animation controllers, particles, UI, commands and functions, terraforming, structure building, level design, general game design theory, and lastly, rendering key art in Blender. At the end of the series, we will be utilizing all of these skills to make a marketplace-ready minigame in Minecraft. If you plan to follow this series start to finish, you will need the following programs. Visual Studio Code or another text editor, we will not be using Bridge in this series, Blockbench for making 3D models, Photoshop, GIMP or another image editor for making textures, Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition, an audio editing dock such as FL Studios or Ableton Live, and lastly World Painter, Blender, MC Prep, and Mineways. Now you don't need all of these programs to make an add-on. The minimum for this tutorial series will be the script editor, image editor, Blockbench, and Bedrock Edition. Everything else is optional but still useful information if you can use the programs. Now for today's lesson, we will be going over the setup process and writing our own manifest. First, if you've never used Visual Studio Code before, I recommend downloading these extensions first. The language MC function, Minecraft Lang Colorizer, and Snowstorm. To start, let's make a folder on our desktop called My Pack. Within that folder, we're going to make two more folders called My Pack B and My Pack R for behavior and resource. Once you have these made, you can go ahead and make a new text document titled manifest.json. Once that's done, open it up in your text editor. So here we have my basic manifest template, and I'll be going over the components with you. First, we have the format version. This is something you really don't need to worry about, and I wouldn't touch it at all, just leave it at 2. Next, we have the description, which is going to define our pack, and we're just going to title it as "This is our pack" for now. Then we have the name, which is, obviously the name of our pack, and we're just going to title it My Pack for this tutorial. And, you could always introduce the Minecraft color codes to your manifest if you want, but I'm not going to be doing that today. Next, we have the UUID number, which is very important and will separate your pack from all of the others. You can use this handy website, UUID Tools, to generate your own codes. And there'll be a link in the description for that below. We're going to go ahead and paste in our UUID code and then move on. This is the version of your pack, and you want to update this as you make changes to your pack. So if you're making a small change, you'd want to go in the minor, and then if you're making a moderate change, go into the mid, and a major change going into the primary. Now we don't need to worry about this just yet, so we're going to leave this at the 0.1. Next, we have the minimum engine version. So this is the minimum version of Minecraft Bedrock the add-on can run in, and we're going to, of course, put that to 1.16 because that is the version we are using. Next on, we have modules, and we're pretty much going to just redefine this pack. So under type here, this is what tells the manifest what kind of, manifest to be. So if we're doing a behavior pack, we're going to put in data. If we're doing a resource pack, we're going to put in resources. If we're doing a world template, you're just going to put in world template. And a skin pack is, a skin pack. But right now we are doing a behavior, so we're going to go ahead and drop in a data. And then now we need a second unique identifier number. So go back to UUID generator and get yourself another code, and then drop that on in right here. Again, you have another version number. Make sure these are always in parallel with each other. So if you're changing one here, you're changing it here and here. Next, we have dependencies. Now you don't actually need this. You could totally get rid of it if you want, and then you would have to enable the packs separately. What I like to do is if we go ahead back into our folder here and create another manifest, because we need one for our resource pack as well, and we're still just going to call that manifest.json. Open that up, and we can actually just copy this whole thing here other than the UUIDs. We can get rid of those, and all we need to do is change it from data to resources. And now they are going to run with each other. So we need to pop in another 2 UUIDs, different from the other, here and here. And then this is where the dependency comes into play. So we want to copy the first UUID from the behavior pack, bring it over to the resource manifest, and put that under the dependent UUID number. And then we're going to do the same thing with the resource pack, copy it from the top here, move on over to the behavior pack, and paste that under its dependency. Now these will depend on each other, and actually when you enable one, they'll both enable, which is very convenient and adds a nice touch to your pack. So after you've done that, that is about it. If you would like to look at the bedrock.dev, there's a couple of more options you can put in here, but they're kind of not really all that necessary. So now we can close it out of our script editor. And the next thing we're going to do is actually open up our image editor. For today, I'm just going to use Paint because we're going to be doing something very simple. And we just need a tiny square, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this guy here. And I'm just going to write a P for pack. And I'm going to save this to my desktop as pack_icon.png. Now this has to be a PNG or it won't read. Let's drag that into our resource pack, copy it, and drop it in our behavior pack, and now we will have an icon. So once you have the images in there, what we want to do now is navigate to your development behavior pack and resource folders. These will be in the com.mojang folder. If you don't know how to get to it, again, everything will be in the description. You can also see it here, your username, and just all the way through. So we're going to go into our development behavior pack and copy over what we've done today. Okay, so now if we go into Minecraft Bedrock Edition and create a new world and scroll on down to resource and behavior packs, you will see we have our pack and we can activate that. Obviously it's not going to do anything, but it is there and they will activate each other. You can see when you enable it, you get two and they're both activated, and that is why I like using that dependency component. So I hope you found that helpful. Now you know how to make a manifest. In the next video, we will be creating a basic 3D model in Blockbench and importing it into your pack. We will also be giving it a dummy AI. Now there's going to be a whole series of videos and you can check them out in the playlist below, along with all of the links to the necessary files and programs you're going to need. I have been Don, and I will see you next time.